and dirt that I might have had from the day before. And I also moisturized my lips with this Hanalei lip treatment in peach pink. You can't, it's not going to focus on my, it's just the best treatment ever. I got it in an Ipsy bag last week and I absolutely love it. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with foundation, and I'm actually going to do that off camera, but I am going to show you what I use. Currently I'm using this Fit Me by Maybelline Matte Poreless foundation in porcelain, and mixing it with the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will come back when it's done. Okay, now that the foundation is done, I'm going to move on to eyes. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows. I literally just take some powder from this Maybelline 24 karat nudes palette. I take this brown shade right there and I literally just fluff it into my eyebrows, very low maintenance. And I also already put on some contour or liquid bronzer. Since it's all natural, since it's this natural look, I just wanted to use this Lumi Glow Glotion from L'Oreal, and it just gives you a really nice natural contour. If I was doing something else, I would use like a cream contour or something like that, but for the purpose of this look, I just use that. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with some powder to set my foundation, and I use the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the shade Fair, which is what I am in most in face products. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush from e.l.f. and focus mainly under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and then creases of my nose, wherever there might be a laugh line. And then a little bit on my forehead. And then I'll go in with eye primer. Again, this is e.l.f. I use quite a bit of e.l.f. products because I think for the cost, they work really well. There are a couple of things that I don't use and I'll use nicer stuff for, but for something like primer, I really can't tell the difference between e.l.f. and something that's more expensive. So, alright. And for this makeup look, I'm going to do very light eyes and focus mainly on blush and giving your face just a really flushed and healthy look. And it's still winter, but I like to look like my skin isn't dull and things like that, and I'm sure most people do. So for my eyes, I'm going to take this flat head brush, and I'm going to put this really light shade from this Too Faced palette all over as the base of my eyeshadow. All over the lids of my eyes. Let me get my mirror. Just a light coat. It's just so that the other eyeshadow goes on more smoothly. And I just find it works better if you put a base coat on before the rest of your eyeshadow. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take this mocha color, and I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and buff it into the corners of my eyes. Just like that. Doesn't really matter. It's just to give them some definition and a little bit of depth. go in with this shimmery light brown color, and again, buff it into the crease of my eye. Move a little bit closer. Where did I put that brush? And this just warms it up and gives it a nice shimmer. Alright. And then I think last for the eyes, I'm going to go in with this Ofra Cosmetic, really pretty light. It doesn't have a name, but it's just this like really pretty champagne gold shimmer that it's a sample size because I got it from an Ipsy bag, and I'm just going to cover my lids with it using my ring finger. You always want to use your ring finger because it has the lightest touch, so your eyelid skin is very thin and delicate, so you don't want to bruise it. So always use your ring finger to touch. And taking it to my inner corner. And if you can see, I dragged it down into my corner and down onto my lower lash line a little bit, just to give it some shimmer and to make my eyes pop a little bit. I think that's all I want to do for my eyes. And then we'll go in, I'm going to use this Take Home the Bronze by The Balm bronzer, and it's a matte bronzer. Again, this is from an Ipsy bag. I really like Ipsy. I've been using it, I think, since May or June, and I'm really impressed with the products. I know I was watching some YouTube videos a while back about how people were becoming less and less impressed with what Ipsy was putting in their bags, but so far I've really liked what they've given me, and it's really extended my makeup collection, and I like that a lot. So I'm just going to take this and focusing on that hollow right there, sort of where it meets my ear, I'm going to buff this in. I'm dragging it down to my chin. And you really want to blend it because you don't want a harsh brown line, because that's just not attractive, is it? I'm also going to take some and put it on my forehead a little bit, just to bronze it up a tiny bit. Not going too crazy. Alright. And I don't know if you can tell, and I just really, really like it. That's it. And I'm really going to flush up my face. Just flush the heck out of it. So here we go. And if you can see, it has a little bit of, hold on, it has a little bit of highlight already in there, which again, I really like because it's subtle, but it's there as well. And I love dual purpose makeup products. And it's very flushed, as you can see. I'm gonna also take a little highlight brush and put some of that blush on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose, sort of to make it look like I've been out on a snowy day and just come in and you're all flushed and you're cold from being outside. So down on the tip. And then a little bit on the bridge. And I know it looks like a lot on the tip right now, but once I put highlighter on my nose, it won't look as intense. And I'm going to go in with this highlighter by Ella Eden London. Doesn't have a name on it, but it's just this really light, subtle highlighter. Again, from Ipsy Bag. A lot of the products, I think like probably 40% of the products that I use are from Ipsy, so that's why they come up a lot. And I'm not going to highlight my cheeks too much. I'm just going to put a little bit, like, right here. Not going too crazy. Just to keep in with that, just so it doesn't take away from the very flushed look that I'm going for. So I'm taking this Morphe highlighting brush and just dabbing it in and getting some excess off. And just going right along my upper cheekbone. So it's just a very subtle highlight. Alright, and I think that my inner corners are highlighted enough from that Ofra eyeshadow that I used, so I'm going to leave those alone. And the last thing I'm going to do is, or I always say this, not the last thing. The first to last thing I'm going to do is mascara, and I use the Better Than Sex mascara right now. It's just a sample, so I have 2 other sample sizes, so I'll be using it for a while because mascara tends to last me a long time. And that's it for mascara. I did that off camera as well. And the very last thing I'm going to do is lips. My son is here. That's my son and my husband. I'm 24, almost 25. And this is Roger. He's almost 14 months old. He just woke up from his nap. Okay, so the very last thing I'm going to do is lips. And I'm going to use this Kiss and Smink by The Everything in the color Tulum. And this is just a really natural pinky shade with some gold, not flecks in it, but like a gold sheen undertone. Remember? Okay. It's just a really pretty, I love this shade. Okay guys, that is it for this natural flushed makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe and like if you did. And I plan on uploading every Monday and possibly throwing in like a vlog every once in a while or something like that. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!